There it goes.
Hello, and welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John, where in each episode we'll stroll down the Macintosh memory lane. We'll discuss older Macintosh computers, collecting all things related to the Mac and Apple computer, and current topics from the perspective that only a couple of old Mac fans can provide.
And we're back.
We are back. We are back. Did we take 2 weeks off or 3 weeks off? I can't remember.
I
think
we were originally
couple weeks.
intending to do it last week,
Yeah, and then I called
but yeah, that's okay. I was
Audible.
very sick last week, so
Well, that
it
was the
actually
week
worked out.
before. You were still sick
I was
2 weeks?
still, yeah, I still had a terrible cough.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You're feeling better now?
Yeah, more or less.
Good. More or less.
More or
We'll
less.
take it.
Yes, it's a win.
Hello.
Hey,
Henry.
Henry.
Well, let's see. Should we just kick this thing off?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's find what I need here to start here. All right. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John. This is episode 719 for October 13th, 2025. Good evening, John.
Good evening, James.
Yeah, we were gone a couple of weeks. John wasn't feeling well, and we need his voice in tip-top shape.
That's right.
That's what everybody
My buttery baritone. That's it.
everybody dials in for. Yep.
We're supposed to be starting that ASMR channel any day now.
I don't even remember last episode if we had lined up something for the next episode, whatever it was. I've forgotten it. So whatever that was, maybe there wasn't anything, but we decided we'd dip into the time capsule. And I texted John we would look at Macworld October 1985. And then I promptly went off and researched October 1995. So we're going to switch between 95. No, we're not. We're going to go with what John found.
Hey, there's some pretty good stuff in that 85 issue.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in the 95 issue.
Oh, I
for
bet.
another day. Another day we'll do. October 95 was an interesting time because it was all about clones. Oh my gosh. Like clones was going to save Macintosh, and of course it did not. All right, well we'll do that another day. It'll be Macworld October 1985 this time. We got some news. We've got some eBay finds, and we'll be right back with those eBay finds after this. Okay. Aha. How's that? All right. You ready to go?
Let's do it.
Do it. All right. In 3, 2, 1. It's time for eBay finds. Last episode we had that rare 1985 Mac College developer binder. Very cool. And this one was available for the buy it now of $500. And it's still available. There's no make-an offer. Then we had the Mac TV. It's actually a pair of Macintosh TVs. One was fully functional, and I guess they cobbled together parts to make one fully functional. And then the other one would be like a project computer. After 20 bids, these sold for $560.
Holy cow, that is
Sounds good.
fantastic. I mean, just the fact that both of them came with the proper keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the keyboard and mice for these alone go for hundreds of dollars. So,
Right.
good purchase for whoever ended up with that.
All right. And then we had the confidential binder that documented the Macintosh Pink OS project, which was to
All
be
right.
the next Mac OS that never came to be. This is chock full of stuff and, things you just wouldn't see released out of Apple. So that one is still available for the buy it now of $5,000 or, oh, no, or just to buy it now. Don't make an offer. All right. Let's go with this one. This software did make it out. This is a shrink wrapped Macintosh System Software Update version 5.0.
This box looks pristine. I mean, not just obviously it's shrink wrap, so that's fine. But other than one
So I
slight
remember
dent in the
buying
back,
it.
it looks like it just came off of a shelf. It's wow,
Yeah,
very nice.
yeah.
What's the earliest box operating system you have?
Uh, it might be this one.
Okay,
Actually, I was thinking about that. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of collecting sealed boxed copies of Macintosh OS. And we should, maybe we did an episode, but we could do an episode where I kind of run through them. And I'm looking at the cabinet just to see if I can see. I can't tell from here if this is the break. I'll look. But yeah, this is one of the earliest ones.
but and it does include multi-finder, so you got that going for it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's got a little extra red sticker on there. Includes multi-finder. Gorgeous shape. Boy, you would never want to open that. Just leave that sealed forever.
Absolutely.
It's got active bidding right now. Unfortunately, it'll end after we air next week.
Well, it says ends in 8 days.
Well, that would be
8 days,
after
22 hours.
after we no after we do the second episode. The follow up is what I meant to say.
Got it. Yeah.
Maybe we can get some live bidding next week. So I have a backup copy. That way, I have a backup. I can open one.
Right. Sure.
Yeah. But after 7 bids, it's up to $100. So, some early bidding, $100. What do you think this is going to get to?
Oh, I'm
Couple
going to
hundred?
say I'm going to say a couple hundred. This box is, like you said, other than a few things on the back, it's in pretty nice shape.
Yeah. All right.
All
Here we
right,
go.
next up we have a vintage Apple Power Macintosh 8600/300 in the box with accessories. Now this is not new in the box; they've got it out of the box. Looks in pretty nice shape. It comes with the. Remember back in this era, you came with it came with all the CDs of
Yeah.
mishmash of things, either usually a dictionary, usually a what encyclopedia of some sort.
You
So
know, I
that
didn't. I didn't know that these higher end Macs came with those. I knew like the Performance did, because they were more family friendly.
sure, right,
Don't have
right.
those sort of titles. So this actually came with
I
all
mean, it
those
still makes
titles.
sense, especially things like
Yeah.
the clip art and stuff like that. But and
Uh-huh.
Photo Deluxe, because people are probably using these more high end ones
Uh-huh.
for actual work versus just something at home to play games. They do have pictures of it connected to a monitor. Does look like it has 80 meg of RAM. So let's see here, and hard to see if it's got. I'm trying to see if it's got. It's got 2.7 gigs free on the hard drive,
Hmm.
so not a lot of space. I don't know how hard it is to like. I had to do a hard drive swap out in my 6500, and of course, as soon as I tried to take the plastic off the front to access the drives, the little tabs broke off. I don't know how sturdy these are as far as like taking them apart, so you can try to get to the innards. But hopefully you're fine with that hard drive the way it is, or you hook yourself up an external hard drive because these things are Yeah, it's brittle plastic time. Uh,
Hmm.
this one right here has a buy it now of $250. This is coming out of Alpharetta, Georgia. Alpharetta. I'm not exactly sure how that's pronounced.
Alpharetta.
Alpharetta. Thank you. And what else can we say? It does look. I'm trying to see what kind of. Looks like it's got your standard Macintosh. Uh, let's see. Yeah, the monitor connection on the back is a Macintosh, but it also looks like it's the one that has the S video in and out, as well as
Hmm.
a component out.
Hmm.
I'm guessing. So yeah, not
Yeah.
bad. I don't know how again how well these would be for shipping.
Well, at least has the original box.
That is true. That is
Maybe
true.
hopefully you could put this a box within a box. 249.99. I think that's fairly decent. This is a
Yeah, I don't think
monster of
it's
a
bad.
computer.
It really is. Yeah,
Yeah.
plenty of expansion ports. If you want to really get
Yeah.
crazy with cards on it. So
It's got a zip drive too.
oh, okay. Also, I just realized it also
Hmm.
has the it has the whole full suite of AV in and out.
Yeah.
Kind of like the daughter card on the
Yeah.
G3s. It did, and it also has built-in Ethernet. So
Hmm.
you got
Hmm.
that going for it. So yeah.
A lot of computer there. 250. Of course, you got to ship that heavy thing too. All right. And lastly, the title is 1987 Apple Macintosh 2 with original box. Oh, another one with the original box. Fully functional with extras. It says it's extremely rare. Yeah, these days it is. Of course, it's Apple's first color Macintosh. They say it's in very good cosmetic condition, very clean inside. Motherboard has been maintained with new tantalum capacitors and batteries. Floppy drive has been cleaned and serviced and works well. Includes the computer, mouse, manuals, box, and original keyboard, and it boots to Mac OS. Does not include the CRT monitor, or
Ah,
unfortunately, it doesn't include the very cool wooden Apple Store promotional display that's pictured in there. You see that there in the back to the left, which is
that's nice. Yeah.
those are awesome signs. I have one of those for the SE, I think. I don't have this Mac 2 one. That's amazing. But yeah, you can see the original box there. Um,
It's got that
little
nice the Apple extended keyboard,
yeah,
which is
some
nice.
some minor yelling. There's the. I took a nice picture of the sign, even though it doesn't come in it. Looking around that room, there's a lot of cool stuff going on in that room. You see what looks like a Lisa keyboard there on the left side of the screen. Is that? Yeah, there's a
Oh
Lisa
yeah, yeah,
keyboard
yeah, yeah,
right
yeah.
there. So there's an old terminal of some sort there.
I mean,
Um,
it definitely looks like this setup. Do you see all the? I see a lot of stools and stuff in the background. So
hmm
this is
hmm Got the manuals, the keyboard box. Yeah, and lots of pictures of that side. Even. Picture of the back. Yeah, it's got some amount of yellowing. Some
yeah.
books on the box, but
I have to say, I mean, it's got a buy now that's just under 1,000. I mean, literally a penny under 1,000.
yeah,
Um,
it seems like that would be on the high end of what.
what I was going to say, if it came with that monitor, I would say that was
Oh, and the
pretty good.
sign.
But and,
And the sign. Yeah.
James wants that sign. Have you looked to see if they're selling that sign separate?
Oh, that's a good thing. That'd be something to look for. Um. Yeah, you said 1,000 is the buy it now. There is a make an offer. So this
Okay,
one
all right.
sells from the Bite Shop.
All
Probably
right,
not the original Bite Shop. This one's in Massachusetts.
right, right.
You can pick it up there, or you can have it shipped. So, all right, and we'll check in on this one next week.
Well, they do have a lot of different stuff for sale. I still looking to see.
Ah,
Oh, they've got a fully restored backlit portable for 1,800. An Apple III for repair for 900. I am Not seeing that sign though. I
So
wonder if they were originally going to include it, but then changed their mind.
Tom in the chat knows the bike shop in Boston. I guess Tim is the guy that owns it and has this for sale.
All right,
He's got a cool mini museum.
that's what that's what that looked like with the chairs and
Yeah.
stuff in the back with this one. So
Hmm.
I could see that. Yep, you're out of luck, James. That sign is not on here anywhere.
Okay. Oh well. Um, all right. Let's switch gears. Let's go to this. All right. Let's go in three, two, one. Okay. We're gonna turn back the clocks to October 1985. Macworld magazine. Got a lovely magenta cover with the article Mac talks to the PC. Find out how Macs and PCs work together. And you've got an IBM PC with a Mac screen on it and a Mac with a PC screen on it, which all that looks faked because I don't think you could display that bitmap graphics on that IBM monitor like that. Um, all right. Well, John, you're going to guide us on the things that you found interesting in
Oh
this
yeah,
episode. We're going to start with page 10.
page 10. So on this particular page, there's an ad for the Paradise Mac 10 10 meg hard drive. Um, so obviously a lot of we're talking something for the 128 and 512K. So it's not connecting to a SCSI port. Um, what I found interesting about this one, and it's one I have, unfortunately, I don't have a power supply for it, is it doesn't hook up to the floppy port the way that Apple's hard drive did. It hooked up to the serial port.
Hmm.
So I would guess that's probably even slower than the
A
um,
floppy.
floppy port. But yes, and this one cost a mere $1,500 back
Oof.
in back in its time for the 10 meg hard drive. I really do like the form factor on it. It didn't. It's not one of the ones that sat underneath your system. It sat to the side, but the way they had it. The way they designed it is it matched the shape of the bottom part of the Mac, so it did fit very nicely to the side of it. I still think it was better to have one of the ones that actually sat underneath the monitor,
Yeah.
underneath the computer, but it still was kind of cool. They did a nice job of matching
Yeah, it's got
the
the
bezels and
chamfers and
yeah,
the.
and the even
Wow.
the exhaust ventilation on the bottom. But yeah, you can see the back. It had pass through. I'm guessing for the printer, and unfortunately, like an odd 9-pin DIN connector for
Uh,
the power supply, which who knows what that
can I see
was
the front of the
before.
case again?
Yeah, this one's
Let's see
slightly
the.
different though. It's that no, it's in the
It's funny because like it's the way they write Mac with a capital M, little lowercase a. I mean, it looks like it could have been an Apple product. I wonder if
really, yeah, it really does. Yeah,
Apple got excited about that and sent their lawyers over there to visit them. Um, wow, very cool.
yeah.
All right, let's
All right,
see.
next up. Oh, page 33.
Yeah.
Can't
Oops.
not talk about this ad for Thunderscan.
Thunderscan.
Thunderscan. It's got a picture of Hertzfeld on Thunderscan, and it actually reads like a mini article, which is kind of
Mm-hmm.
nice. Um, he goes into a little bit of the detail on wanting to have something that works for people who can't use Mac Paint, who don't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily have artistic attributes, and yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, they don't even show the product. That's
Right, right.
kind of interesting.
They just show some images.
Yeah.
They show again a nice picture of him with the Macintosh, but not with even an image writer in the ad, which of course is what it used.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They do mention the control over doing the shading and how well it works with the laser writers. Um, and
Hmm.
then, oh, here's something I didn't realize is that you could also use it with the wide format image writer. You know, the letter
Oh,
quality image writer. I'm guessing. So I've got
well,
one of
just a
those.
wide carriage. I don't. Was
Wide
it letter
carriage.
quality? Yeah, for larger paper.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose as long as it uses the same ribbon,
Yeah,
that's
I
all
think it
that
did.
mattered.
All right, let's go to page 55.
Page 55. All right, so when I first saw this ad for the Apple II running the Apple II programs on the Macintosh, I thought it was I remember two in a Mac, but this is one called Mac Plus Two. Cannot find it anywhere. I would have liked to have seen how well it worked compared to two in a Mac, which is pretty wonky. I did find a review that Lim Tai Chen had posted on Facebook. I don't know if you remember him. He's he did a book on programming the Apple IIgs, and he had his son was his son or his daughter? I'm trying to remember. Was learning programming on the Apple IIgs. Uh, he did a. He was in several articles about it, and he did a book on programming the 2GS. Anyway, he had posted a review for this from on Apple User Magazine from January 1986. It does have a few screenshots, but again, I really wish I could have found the actual software to see what it looks like.
Yeah, that'd be fun to mess around with. Wow.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's
All
go
right.
to page 72.
All right. So this was just a very nice ad for Mac Wizardry. Have you ever played the Macintosh
Never,
version?
never. Well, I never played any version. So,
Oh, okay. All right. So I played this a lot on my Apple IIe,
mhm.
and I have played it a
Oops.
little bit on the Macintosh, and it was very interesting. What they did with the Mac is they really made use of icons and Windows. You know, being able to use it, they really bit deep into using the GUI elements of the Macintosh to make it feel different and a little bit smoother than it was on the Apple II. And of
Hmm.
course, the bit the well 1-bit graphics look really cool compared to
Hmm.
the 2E, even that which were even though they were color were pretty janky. Let's
Yeah,
face it. So
yeah.
very
It's.
good. If you ever get a chance, run over to Macintosh Garden, pick up the game. It's a lot
Mhm.
of fun.
I might have played it on the Apple II. I don't remember. It's been a while. I'm surprised. I guess I mean they made a choice not to put a screenshot here. You just get a nice sketch of a dragon peeking in your window, but no picture of the game itself. Okay. I like how
Well,
the price. Do you see the price is $59.95? That was a lot of money back in
oh
'85.
gosh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, holy
But
smoke!
you could play this game for hours upon hours.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's a pricey because that's what you pay for games today.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
back then
yeah.
that
Somebody
was
do the
the
math on the
equivalent of like
inflation on that.
what,
It's at least
hundred
three
and twenty
times that.
dollars. You think three
Yeah,
times? Okay.
close to it. Yeah. All right. Let's go to page 74. This is a curious two-page
Yeah.
spread in a
So
Macintosh magazine.
right, you would not have thought you would run across an ad for Atari computers, not like an Atari game or Atari this or that. The actual Atari computers and dissing on not only the IBM PC, the Commodore Amiga, but also dissing on the Mac 512 itself. There's only one word for these prices: rip-off. Introducing the Atari 5200 520 ST personal computer system
Uh,
starting at $799.95 complete. That is right. That also came with a monochrome monitor. And they've got a comparison chart between the three computers and the resolution and the color output. And did you know that this one came with the 3.5-inch disc as well as the, um, you know, the same as the Macintosh and the Amiga. IBM
Hmm.
was still sporting the 5 1/4 inch
Oh, yeah.
back then. And what did you say price wise? So yeah, the IBM that is comparing this to the IBM price was basically $4,700. Apple Macintosh $2,800. Commodore Amiga $1,800. But yeah, $800 gets you an Atari.
That's a lot for a
That's a
little.
lot.
It's amazing that they didn't win the computer wars here.
Well,
Um,
what they don't go into is how easy it was to use, what the speed was on this thing,
yeah.
um, heck,
Look
what
at that
kind of
screen right
processor it
there.
had.
Look at that. You get a color GUI right there on that little screen. Very cool. Wow. You got to wonder about the Mac world. I mean, their whole magazine is about the Mac, and they put an ad in here. It's almost like they're saying, "Well, yeah, I know we're all about Mac, but this is really awesome too. You ought to look at if you think the Mac." I'm not even sure what if you did you buy this Macworld magazine thinking you're going to get a Mac, and then you see an Atari ad and
Yeah, right,
decide
exactly.
you could get you know 3 or 4 of them for the price. I don't know. All right. Well, let's see. Let's go to page 112.
All right, yeah. So what we have here is it's an article about the Mac's best performance, and this is all about using, leveraging that whole 512 K of RAM you have to
Mm-hmm.
using some of that stuff for RAM disks or for what was almost virtual memory before virtual memory, where it would use some of your but vice versa. Instead of using some of your hard drive as memory, this is using stuff that you're accessing a lot on the RAM disk. So it's basically more like a memory as a caching. So it would take a whatever you were using a lot off of your floppy disk, and
Mm-hmm.
it would save it in RAM, so you would be able to access that area quicker. And one of the other things, of course, they talk about is turbocharger, which is another disk utility. I was trying to think if they mentioned. Yeah, they also mentioned switcher, which of course
Mm-hmm.
was multi-finder, and as I'm trying to think, we had somebody had mentioned using multi-finder in our chat about how badly it throttled the game performance on their plus. So you can
Mm.
imagine what it was like on the 512K. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And this is one of those things where how much of this stuff was actually incorporated into later operating systems than when this came out.
Sure. Yeah. Boy, turbocharger was $95, and switcher. I guess they got a pre-release version because it pricing had not been announced yet for that. All right, and we got one more thing.
Well, this one
Uh,
should be of quite interest to you. It's talking about wheels for the mind. Um, what it is,
yeah.
this article is all about using the Macintosh in education, and it has interviews with a lot of different students and faculty at let's see, campus. I'm trying to see if there's any other. It looks like it's mostly Dartmouth
Hmm.
that they're talking to.
Yeah. They of course it's recognizable the campaign with the bicyclists with the Mac on the back and the Picasso
Hmm. Hmm.
style. So the logo is really really awesome, and it's cool to find things that sport that logo, the poster or some of the other materials. There's a picture of the T-shirt. I don't know that I've ever seen one of these T-shirts for sale. And yeah, the interviews. I love this picture right here of Paul Casello. He's at Dartmouth. There's his dorm room, I guess. Look at his ergonomic setup there. He's got a steamer trunk or whatever, a locker box that sits about a foot and a half off the ground, and he's got his Mac perched on there, and he's sitting on the floor because
Back when you're young and you could do that, right?
you didn't have computer desks back then. And let's see. Well, she's got it figured out a little bit better here. Paula Zagrecki got her computer on her little desk. Actually, there's two in the room.
Two, yeah.
There's a roommate that has one too. But yeah, some of these computers, I don't remember the Drexel ones had the little extra little logo, little
right,
D on it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if any of the other ones did. Maybe that was just special with Drexel. But of course, they got some of the earliest of the production Macs went to these universities to, get everybody excited about it. Very cool little article and some nice old pictures. All right. Well, that was Macworld Magazine in October of 1985. Mm-hmm.
And we have, let's see. So yeah, Wizardry. Yeah, it's definitely worth playing. Even to this day, it's got some fun stuff in there.
Okay, let's go to the news. Let's see here. Share. Share screen. Window. Here we go. All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, a few news stories to talk about. This one on Hackaday. The title is Macintosh System 7 ported to x86 with LLM help by Lewin Day. Just another story that just amazes me what people are doing. Kelsey Davis used a what's the program? There's this reverse engineering software tool called Gidra, I think, and a large language model. The combination of the two figured out how to run Mac System 7 native on x86 hardware.
Wow! So it actually recompiled it, but it did have to decompile, figure it out, and then recompile it.
It's way too complicated for me, for my simple mind, to figure it out. Yeah, it's just something wacky that people are doing. I'm trying to see where. Okay, the files are on GitHub, and so if we click over there, we can see what's going on. There are the files. There's some screenshots. They say it's a proof of concept, and anyway, it's an active status. If you want to read more about it, you can go over there. Kelsey Davis, KelsiDavis. And then also on Hackaday, this wasn't Macintosh related, but it got me thinking of some projects for some other smart people. The title is How Many Phones Sport a 5.25-inch diskette drive? This one. And this enterprising person, Paul Sanja, took a Commodore 5.25-inch floppy disk drive and connected it to their phone. I think it's a hacked Android phone, and got it to actually read files.
Well, I can understand. All right, so obviously the one interesting thing about the Commodore drive is it had its own 6502 processor in there. So that's probably why.
So okay,
well, so it was
it
able
easier to communicate with it.
I would think, yeah.
Wow. So wouldn't that be cool if somebody connected like an Apple II floppy drive to an iPhone? There's all kinds of things you could mess around with. Of course, you'd have to hack that iPhone. I'm sure it'd be more complicated, but that's I'm sure that took a lot of time just to do this. Good for them. All right, and more smart people are doing things. This one is on Hackster.io. Running Chip 8 on a vintage Mac. Ken Designs built a Chip 8 emulator that runs on the bare 68,000 CPU of vintage Apple computers like the Macintosh 120.
That's pretty cool.
I never even heard of Chip 8. That's a deep dive into crazy rare stuff. You can do a whole read up on that to see what Chip 8 is, but it's essentially an old system that was built in the mid 70s. It says, well, I'll read it right here. Chip 8 was a programming language that was developed in the mid 70s to serve as a middle ground between assembly and basic because it was easier to program in than assembly language, yet it was more efficient than basic. And it ran inside of a virtual machine with its own instruction set and means of producing graphics and sound. And so you could do little basic simple games in it fairly easily. And so this person, Ken Designs, decided to go ahead and if I can run that directly on 68,000 in a Mac. And it's actually, that's one example of something that Ken Designs did, because he set up a whole environment. And there's a YouTube video on it too. But it's essentially a software development kit running on that 68,000. So, you stick a floppy drive and it's booting right off that floppy drive into this development environment that Ken Designs wrote, which in this case, he did the Chip 8 emulator. I guess, I don't know if this is the first project using that, but that's
Yeah, that's
pretty wild.
next level stuff. Absolutely.
It is. That's amazing what people are doing. Yeah, so the video, Chip 4 Mac 68,000. Yeah. Anyway, maybe we'll have to come back some other time and see what else is going on with this SDK. Wow. All right, let me. I'll be right back. Let me take a look, see what the software is that I have.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I don't really know what well, I'll save this for the outro. All right. And then I've got a
Oh, I was going to
computer
ask if you
update.
have
Yep,
a
I do.
computer update. Okay, excellent.
All right, here we go. Well, hold on. Let me not that it's terribly exciting, but I do have a picture of it. So let me pull that up. Aha. That's kind of exciting. I undersold it. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, that about wraps it up for another episode of the RetroMacCast. But before we go, a couple things. First, I went to my Shelf O boxed software and found my copy of the system update version 5.0. I dare say mine is even in better condition than that one. See, the sticker is this one.
Sticker is yeah. It's not,
this one is pristine. Don't even want to handle it. I think that. Well, I have not seen one earlier than this, a box software. So anything earlier, you just have to you go to the store and they would give you discs or something like that, or maybe they would mail it to you. I don't in an envelope. Who knows? But I've not seen an earlier version of box software than this, because this is the earliest I have. So for a future episode, we can walk through all those. Okay, computer inventory. In keeping with my New Year's resolution, I crossed my fingers, held my breath, and hooked up another Mac. This time it was an LC3, circa 1993, and this one looks something like that.
Okay.
John, what do you see when you look at that screen?
Ah, you have an Apple IIe card in
Ah,
there.
ha
Ah,
ha.
yes.
This is a significant computer, and I have a number of LC3s.
The Pizza Box Max, yeah.
Yeah. But this is the computer that kind of started me off on my wild collecting habit
Oh, really? Oh,
because I had a bunch of floppies, 5 and a quarter inch floppies from my high school days with an Apple IIe, and I wanted to get the files, but I didn't have an Apple IIe. But I knew you could get this Apple IIe card
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and hook it up to a drive, and this was back, gosh, in the late '90s that I was doing this. And so I got the card. I actually I might have purchased this LC3 with the card in it.
So, I mean,
I can't.
so what
Yeah.
did you say you got this one new, or did you
No, 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 no,
like I got
no.
mine from one of the school sales because the a
Yeah,
lot of the Pizza Box Max came with the 2E card in it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, so when I turned this thing on, it booted fine, thankfully, and I saw the 2E app on the desktop, and I squealed. I was like, "Oh, this is the one." And it ran. It booted right up. You can see the ProDOS boot screen there, and on the in the directory there were all my school files from
Wow.
1985 to 1988.
Oh, that's awesome.
They were all in there. Unfortunately, I think when I did it, I only wanted to get access to the files and then transfer them to the Mac side and then use them somehow.
Right.
I didn't have any of the software to run them on the card. So like a
Mm.
lot of them were AppleWorks, for example, for Apple II. So anyway, that's another project I need to do. Is I say I got to the files, but I'm not even sure if I opened them in anything. I think I might have used like translators or something to get to the just to
Sure.
get
Yeah.
the text. But
Mhm.
I actually want to run those. I want to open those files natively within AppleWorks and VisiCalc or whatever else I was using back then. So that's another project. So yeah, a
Very
successful
nice.
boot up that gets me to 22 checked, 15 good, 7 bad. All right. We good for next week?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. So I have to say, for
Yeah.
that, for your 2E card, do you have the Y cable?
Yeah. Why?
Excellent. Well,
Why? Because you
so
need it.
no, no. Well, I mean, you do if you want to be able to hook a floppy and
Yeah,
store
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and a joystick is the
Yeah.
really more important thing.
I have it
Um,
around somewhere.
if
Of
you
course, I
haven't,
also have the. Hmm?
I was going to say, if you haven't run across something called Total Replay, it's a 32K disk image that was put out by somebody I know from Kansas Fest, and
I can
it's
picture the art that
the best
goes with
thing.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a compilation of a ton of Apple II games. They went back through from original discs and re-cracked them
Hmm.
fresh, so there's nothing missing. It's got um, screenshots. It looks to see what it's running on, and will only show you games that are capable to run on the system that you've got it running on, whether you've got a
Hmm.
joystick or not. If it's a 2GS or a 2E, it's definitely worth checking out. You can find the files on the Internet Archive. So,
Hmm.
yeah,
All right. Very cool. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Thanks everybody for joining us. And until next week, remember, it's not old.
it's retro.
Okay. All right. Steve Mac 84 joined us late as usual. So here's a question. I said that how wonderfully the LC3 was running, but it was making some interesting sound effects.
Oh, like hard drive or something else?
Like this weird whistling. It's almost like the air was being let out of tires or something. It sounded like I don't know what it was. It was like this. It. I wanted to think it was coming out of the
Did you check the
speakers, but I
fan?
don't think it was. I don't know. It was the fan. It wasn't. It wasn't repetitive, and I should have recorded it.
Uh,
Maybe I'll record it next time. It sounded. It sounded like yeah, the capacitors. Exactly. That's what it sounded. It sounded
yeah.
like the capacitors were going to give up the ghost. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like you said, also it's the capacitors on the sound circuitry.
Oh.
You could try to pull the board out and clean it to see
Uh,
if you get any better results. But yeah, you're definitely going to want to
yeah. Kept
get
that
a
thing.
get a cap kit.
Yeah.
I highly recommend Console 5
Hmm.
for cap kits. They're reasonable, and you can put in what system you're getting, and it just has them as a package for you. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it
I
is
guess that
surface
was
mount.
my first time hearing that with one of these old computers, and it didn't sound good. So I probably won't turn that on for a while. All right. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks for
All
joining
right.
us,
Do we know what
folks.
we're going to do next week? Do you have any
I
thoughts?
could go down memory lane, and we'll end with this. I could look at
Yeah,
the
let's do that. Let's do that.
yeah. Okay. All right. I guess we'll sign us off here. We'll play a little music. There it is. All right. See you, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the RetroMacCast with James and John. Email listener comments and questions to retromaccast@gmail.com or post comments on our website at www.retromaccast.com.